There is a lot of political maneuverings that are happening. And relax on Boris now, please. Why do you want Boris to resign? You might be praying for it because maybe one or two areas that you don't like about him, but it is not God's desire for him to go. It is not his desire for Boris to resign. You see, people in this vaccine men, the vaccine men, he was called the vaccine minister one time. Now he's the education minister. You will be so shocked, like this guy is now supporting him. You should be supporting the rebels. No, this one will come out to support him. Now imagine I'm telling you what is a 10 down the street.
Today marks a turn in fortunes for the British Prime Minister. Boris Johnson survives overwhelming calls, including at least 14 of his own party MPs, publicly calling for him to resign after the number 10 Downing Street so-called Partygate scandal, where many outrightly believed he was going to be forced out. Immediately after the first calls for him to resign, he had very few backing him to stay, including the formidable but crucial Education Secretary, who is also the former Minister for COVID vaccine deployment, who came out in support of Boris Johnson.
You see, people in this vaccine men, the vaccine men, he was called the vaccine minister one time. Now he's the education minister. You will be so shocked, like this guy is now supporting him.
Should he step down?
First of all, let's wait for the investigation. I think you don't condemn an individual before having all the facts before you.
And the news just in is, instead of resigning or excessive penalties that would have cost him his political position, the police investigation has concluded that he only has to pay a fine.
You might be praying for it because maybe one or two areas that you don't like about him, but it is not God's desire for him to go. It is not his desire for Boris to resign.
I've received a fixed penalty notice from the Metropolitan Police that I've paid the fine, and I once again offer a full apology. And now I feel an even greater sense of obligation to deliver on the priorities of the British people.
Powered by the Holy Spirit, Uebert Angel. More up to date than tomorrow's newspaper.